Right, good morning, year one. Let's have a look at the 100 square. Can we spot the number 74? Where's the number 74? Think about how many ones is in this number. 74, so it's going to be in the fours column. Let's count in tens. 4, 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74. Amazing. You know what's coming, don't you? Let's partition 74.
We all know what's coming, Mrs. Cutler.
Can we partition 74 into tens and ones? If I'm going to pull that number apart, can you partition it into tens and ones?
I reckon they could probably do it upside down. Should we test them?
Mrs. Marshall, what are you doing? I think Mrs. Marshall's gone a bit delusional. It's the number 70 and the number 4. Right, if we're going to partition that into 3 parts, what do we know about 7 that we could apply to the number 70? We know that 3 and 4 is 7, so we know that 30 and 40 is 70. I'd like you to pause the video now so you can come up with a different way to the way I've just modelled. Brilliant. There's lots of different possibilities. You could have kept the 70 and partitioned the 4, or you could have done that partition.
Double check that, Mrs.
Oh, sorry. Partitioned the 4. Yeah, into 1 and 4. Or you could partition your 70.
We're nearly there, Mrs. Cutler. We're nearly there. Come on.
Goodness me. It's because I was on the next one. I was thinking about the next one. But anyway. Right, okay. Now this I am well and truly onto. Today we're thinking about equal groups. We've finished all of our work on number sentences and word problems. Now we're going to be thinking about making equal groups. Now if we have a look at the in focus task, okay, there's cookies on plates here. Now I want you to think about which child has got equal groups and which child doesn't have equal groups. What does the word equal mean? Equal means the same, doesn't it? The same size. Now what you'll notice about this little girl is that she's got 4 in a row here. She's got 4 kind of in a circle going around the plate, and here she's got 4 in rows. But the amount that's on the plate is the same. If I were to represent that plate with straws, it would look like this. It would be 4. If I were to represent this amount on this plate, it would still be this. It would be the same. It would still represent as 4. If I represent this quantity on that plate, it would still be the same, okay? So what we're not going to get distracted by is the fact that actually the pattern of the cookies on the plate is different, but the quantity, how many, is still equal. It's still the same. Each plate has got 4 in it, so it's equal, it's the same. Whereas if we look at this little boy, has he got equal groups? No, you're right. He's got 2 groups that are made up of 5, and he's got 1 group that's made up of 3. Ooh, 5 and 5, there's a double. That's 10, isn't it? Oh, 10 and 3. What's 10 and 3 more? Excellent. 13. Fantastic. We're not trying to work out how many there were all together, are we? We're trying to work out, are these equal groups? So if I represented these on this plate, I'd represent it with this number of straws. If I represented this number, this quantity of cookies, it wouldn't be the same as this, would it? It would be 2 more. Oh. So therefore, the groups are not the same. The groups are not equal. I'd like you to pause the video now, and I'd like you to draw 3 plates. I'd like you to have a go on your 3 plates. You can either draw it on your whiteboards, or you can represent it with your straws. I'd like you to represent 3 equal groups. Remember, equal means that each group has got the same amount. Pause the video now and have a go. I've made 3 equal groups. In each group, I've got exactly the same amount, and each group represents 10. So I've got 10 in this group, 10 in this group, and 10 in this group. Okay, so equal means the same amount. So what we now need to do is we now need to work out which of these show equal groups. So let's have a look at the pencils in the pencil pots. We've got 3 in the first pencil pot, so we know that that represents 3. We know that this represents 3 and this represents 3. Are they all equal? Are they all the same amount? Yes, they are. So we can say yes, these 3 groups are equal groups. They are all, the quantities are all exactly the same. Right, let's have a look at the apples in the bag. This represents 4 apples. This represents 4 apples. This represents 5 apples. We recognise that without counting because these patterns are similar to that on a dice, aren't they? Are they all equal? No, these groups are equal. These are the same. This one is one more. They're not all equal groups. So we say, no, these are not equal groups. Now let's have a look at the stars. Okay, does it matter about the pattern? No, it doesn't matter about the pattern, does it? We could have 4 in a row, we could have 4 going diagonally, we could have 4 in a zigzag pattern. The quantity is what we're looking at. We've got 4 in here, we've got 4 in here, and we've got 4 stars in here. So these groups are all the same. We say these groups are equal groups. Can we say it together? These groups are all equal because they're all the same. So this group, these groups are all equal groups. Okay. Are these groups equal? That's the first question, isn't it? We need to look at each group and determine, are they equal groups? We've got 3 in this group. We've got 3 in this group. We've got 3 in this group. And we've got 3 in this group. Okay. Are they equal? Yes, they're equal. How many groups of 3 do I have? I've got 1 group, I've got 2 groups, I've got 3 groups, I've got 4 groups. I've got 4 groups and each group has got 3 buttons, okay? Have I got 3 groups there? Oh no, I've got 4. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. And in each group are 3 buttons. Okay. How many groups are there here? Pause the video now. Perfect. There are 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. There are 3 groups of books, and you can see the books are grouped together by string, aren't they? Using string to tie them all together. How many books are there in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it the same here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can we say about those groups? They are all equal groups. Those groups are equal. So each group has got 5 books in it. We could count how many books there are all together. We could count in 5s, couldn't we? We could say 5, 10, 15. Now what you're going to have a go at doing today is going into your Maths No Problem book, you're going to tick, are the groups equal or are the groups not equal? Okay, if you like to challenge yourself, you could try and add up how many items there are all together. Okay, look forward to seeing your work on tapestry later.